Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving right into the creative vision behind a seriously emotional documentary-style project. It asks you to do something literally extraordinary, to experience life entirely from a dog's perspective. We're unpacking an incredibly ambitious narrative concept called The Illustrated Heritage of a Canine Life Journey. It's this beautiful visual story spanning homes, farms, rainy streets, and lush forests. It really captures the absolute essence of what it means to live, survive, and, love as a dog. The source text immediately drops you right into the paws of the subject. You aren't just sitting back watching a dog. Listen to this. You run across the field chasing the wind. You wait patiently for your favorite human to return. That specific narrative choice, it's completely designed to strip away the distance between you and the animal. It actively rewrites your perspective so their instincts, their incredible joys, and their real fears become entirely your own. It's a total game changer.
Section 1. The Immersive Canine Vision.
So, have you ever actually wondered what your dog is thinking? Well, here, the narrative demands that you are the dog. By blending this second-person point of view with a serious documentary-style tone, the emotions you feel hit you right in the chest. Whether it's the thrill of a wild adventure, the sting of being totally alone, or the warmth of a family bond, it's visceral. You are personally experiencing every single moment of survival, loyalty, and growth. And to pull this off without feeling goofy, the aesthetic relies heavily on a premium storybook visual feel. We're talking warm golden tones and soft browns. There is absolutely zero hyper-realistic CGI here, and definitely no cartoonish gags. It's all about detailed wildlife scenes brought to life with really subtle ink outlines. It captures that exact cinematic, glowing atmosphere you absolutely need to tell a deeply emotional story like this. Okay, let's map out this chronological timeline. We're going from taking your very first wobbly breath on day 1 all the way to your final peaceful rest. It's broken down into distinct developmental phases: birth and vulnerability, childhood learning up to a year, adulthood responsibilities for the next 8 years or so, and finally, old age. It ensures you go through the entirely natural progression of a dog's life. We're going to break down each of these major phases right now. Beginnings. Birth and early childhood. Imagine this. In those opening moments, you feel profound helplessness. Surrounded by your squirming siblings and the undeniable warmth of the den, you experience a crazy mix of dependence, comfort, and utter vulnerability before ever stepping out into the wider world. It's literally the foundation of your entire existence. As you grow, that vulnerability gives way to serious play. You open your eyes for the first time, seeing the world not as a human, but as a deeply curious pup. You're wrestling with your siblings, you're starting to bond with your humans, and you're figuring out what commands mean. Like, why do humans get so incredibly pumped when you just sit? But actually, right alongside that playful joy, you're also learning about danger. It's Survival 101. The Crucible. Dangers and survival struggles. Because, let's be real, to make the journey authentic, love and extreme hardship absolutely have to exist side by side. If it was purely a happy story, it'd just be a fairy tale, right? Not a documentary. To truly appreciate the joy and friendship of a sunlit park, you have to also experience the terrifying, isolating moments of fear, loneliness, and harsh weather that define an animal's vulnerability out in the wild, or even just on the street. You'll feel the totally unforgiving pressure of survival, exhaustion setting in during snowy winters, the very real threats of sickness, human-made dangers, and accidents, and of course, the profound heartbreak of separation and losing loved ones. This stuff isn't glossed over. The emotional reality of hunger and dramatic storms is an absolutely core element of the canine experience. It's tough out there. The prime, adulthood and major milestones. As a fully grown adult dog, wildlife and behavioral realism totally take center stage. You'll feel territorial and protective instincts kick into high gear as you navigate complex pack dynamics, whether that pack is made up of other dogs or your human family. It's an authentic biological portrayal. You're dealing with social interaction, intense encounters with other animals, and even highly realistic sleeping habits. Basically, the sheer physical exhaustion after a long day of just being a dog. And this phase is marked by some incredibly rich, life-altering milestones. We're talking finding a forever home, those crazy, joyful, full-body wagging reunions, and yeah, maybe even some near-death experiences. You might raise puppies of your own or work diligently alongside humans on a farm. These are the unforgettable memories that literally forge lifelong bonds of loyalty. The twilight, old age, and final rest. As the years go by, your steps naturally become a bit slower. You grow weaker physically, but your mind is filled with years of loyalty, remembering treasured friendships and all those past adventures. The energetic romps through the fields from your youth, they're replaced by quiet moments, resting in patches of warm sunlight. The pacing of the story calms down, the shadows get a bit longer, and everything focuses entirely on deep satisfaction. The journey doesn't shy away from the end either. It frames it as a beautiful, natural culmination. The goal here is to experience peaceful final days surrounded by memories, leading to a realistic, emotional, natural ending. It honors the profound emotional weight of a life well lived, bringing the whole narrative to a visually powerful and, honestly, tear-jerking close. As we wrap up this explainer, this highly immersive approach leaves us with a lingering, powerful reflection on resilience, empathy, and the beautiful heritage of the canine experience. The entire purpose here is to bridge the gap of understanding between our species. By forcing us to walk, or rather run, in their paws through the mud, the snow, the pure joy, and the deep sorrow, we're left with a profound question. When you look back at the love, the struggle, and the journey, will you truly feel, this was my life as a dog? Thanks for exploring this amazing vision with me today.